everyone, to Fixed Ops Roundtable After Dark. And we have a theme, and I finally have Ted Ing in a costume.
Well, in a hat, Kara. Okay, it's the first step on a long journey, but I've begun that, and the journey of a 1,000 miles begins with that single step.
It looks good, Ted.
And by the way, Kara, you look marvelous tonight in your pearls and in your getup, and you got the gloves on tonight as well. And you're sporting a new do there, I see.
I am. I'm trying out a different hairstyle. I'm liking it. I thought I gave up the bangs many years ago, but maybe they're making a comeback.
All right. Well, we're going to find out. I think they are. By the way, we are live tonight, right?
We are live. So, Sarah, you're about to get in on all this fun, and she's even dressed up tonight, Ted.
We are really fortunate to welcome Sarah Vantine from Quantum 5 to the Fixed Ops Roundtable After Dark Roaring 20s edition. Sarah, welcome.
Thank you so much, Ted and Kara. It's so awesome to be here.
Great to see you, and you look fantastic. And thank you for dressing up for this occasion.
Well, I had to do it with the theme. I mean, this is a perfect opportunity to wear, some extra bling and really get fancy.
It really is. In fact, a lot of people that I have talked to, Sarah, are getting excited about the show. It's still a few months out, okay, in September. Of course, it's going to be here before we know it. I see a comment coming, couple comments. Hi, Jean. Now that's a hat. That's my daughter, by the way. And yes. So I'm excited about everything.
Super excited. I'm looking forward to it.
I am. And as I said, Kara, the show is coming up, and it's in September. When is that exactly?
Yes, it's coming up quick, guys. We have our 3-day virtual event this September on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So do not miss out on all of the Roaring 20s themed fun. Go ahead and get your complimentary tickets now at fixedopsroundtable.com.
All right. And this is going to be a big event, but Kara, it's not the only event we have coming up, right?
Oh, it is not. We have so many planned for the coming months, and you'll see them on the screen there now. We have the September event, November, January, and May already in the works. So they're all going to be 3-day virtual events. So look out for your complimentary tickets at fixedopsroundtable.com.
Wow, exciting stuff, and really glad that we can bring the best of Fixed Ops, including Sarah Vantine. And Sarah, you've been with us through so many events, and we've watched your career just take off, and congratulations to you on all your success.
Well, thank you so much, Ted. It's been awesome being part of this. 2020 was my first ever show, and this has been amazing to watch the evolution of it continue and get even more and more people engaged.
Now, some congratulations are in order also because you've got a new position there at Quantum 5.
Yes. I am the newly promoted Vice President of Sales for Quantum 5.
Oh,
fantastic.
That's
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank
That's
you.
Great news. So, wow. And that was just like announced a couple days ago.
Yes. July 1st officially was the change, and it's been super exciting. One of my passions has always been directly involved with dealerships. And as much as I want to say that I was through with sales all those years ago, I never, ever, ever walked away from it. So it's a perfect natural fit, and it's been an awesome opportunity to get to continue to talk to dealers and find programs that work best for them.
I have to say, Ted, I see Sarah everywhere on social media. She is always doing something, and she always looks good while doing it. Let us know your secret, Sarah.
Lots of butter. I don't know.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting, but all right. That's the secret to success as a woman in automotive. Butter. You heard it here first at After Dark.
I mean, it's a part of being Southern. I think it's just been part of my DNA since birth, where everything we cook, everything that we have is just full of butter. So I don't know. That's all I can explain. If there's a secret sauce, I think it's butter.
So share, if our audience doesn't already know, where where in the South? Where do you live?
So I am based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm in a smaller town just outside, kind of to the west of Charlotte, but it's a great city to be in for automotive. We have the more metro kind of fun downtown, uptown area, but where we are, it's a little more rural. I sometimes have to beat combines out of my neighborhood to get my kids to daycare. For reference, and there's a big longhorn steer farm right across the street. So that's a little bit of our territory, but it's fantastic. It's been an awesome place to live, and it's been a really good fit.
And you mentioned your family, and I know your family in the couple of years that I've known you, a beautiful family. I watch on social media. Your family is growing. The kids are getting big. And if you don't mind, introduce our audience, to your husband and your children.
Yes. So this is my husband, Rich. Rich is also in the automotive industry. He is the buyer for the Scott Clark Auto Group. He is really all things used cars. I am super, super proud of him. He's been an awesome inspiration for me and we've really challenged each other as we've grown both collectively in our careers. My oldest there on the left is Taylor. The little guy in the middle is Richard, and he just turned 18 months old. And then the one on the right is Charlotte, and she's almost 4.
That's
Beautiful
a great
family.
picture. Oh yeah.
Well, thank you.
They are beautiful. And that's a beautiful picture of all. And look at Richard. I mean, you guys are so proud. So, and you should be. You have a wonderful family. And Steve Apicella, you're right. I believe that Sarah is the real deal, Steve. And people can tell that in our industry. And look what he says, bringing a bright light to a really critically important and underserved part of our great industry. And Steve, it's not every day, that we see women in our industry who work retail and have spent a lot of time in retail, like Cara Delane and Sarah. So great job, Sarah, with all that you do. And I love the pictures, and your little ones here are all smiling in this one. That's great.
Oh, this is one of my favorites. You know how hard it is to get 3 children dressed up and ready for pictures, but I was so happy with how this turned out, and it's been one of my favorite photos. It's even my computer backdrop.
Wow. And they're getting big fast. Richard, I mean, they're all growing like crazy.
Yes, I cannot believe my oldest is getting ready to start 4th grade, and Charlotte's in pre-K, and Richard's just trucking along in daycare, doing toddler things and approaching the terrible 2s. So it's a busy household. I can't deny that there's always something going on at my house.
Do they think that their mom is a superstar?
Yeah.
It's funny. So Charlotte is one that periodically pops on in the background. Sometimes she might appear. You never know. She's very sneaky like that. Taylor's a little more aware. She's been super proud to see some of the things that I've been a part of, and she's even told me that she's wanted to come travel sometime to get to see it herself. Richard at this point, he's just so little. All he really knows is mom and food, and I want to go from A to B.
Yeah. Jeff Daniel, you're right. Very authentic, Sarah Vantine. And, Sarah, you impress a lot of people, not just with your business, your etiquette, and your family, but also with some of the things in your pastime, which a lot of us, like up here in the Northeast, marvel at things like this that you do.
Yeah. So this is Claire. She is a national show horse. She is a little bit of an interesting character. So we partnered up about a year ago, and she was a horse that found an ad locally that wasn't too far from where I lived, and she was available for a care lease. And now one of the things about her that when we first got together that was a little concerning was that she was very, very spicy as horses go. And there were some questionable things that she would sometimes do. And that picture that you had before this one of the jumping. So, when we first started together a year ago, that was an impossible scenario. We we actually had many incidents where she was just trying to figure out how to jump and how to get her feet right. And we took down a few rails and even ran straight through them a couple times, which is, if anybody is a rider, you know how absolutely terrifying that is when a horse does that. But we've been great together, and she's come a super long way, and now we're just, the best of buddies.
Wow.
And Sean Butler, you're right. Both Claire and Sarah are gems. And I know deep down, Sarah, Kara is jealous because she has wanted to keep a horse over at Henson Brand dealerships, but Eric won't let her do it. So
I have been trying my hardest. We're out in the country out here, and I've always wanted a horse, and it was one of the only animals I did not have growing up.
It's never too late. I'm telling you. I got back into riding 5 years. No, how old is Taylor now? She's 9. So she started right before she turned 5. And so coming up on 6 years almost. And I had not been on a horse in probably 10, 15 years. And it was something that it was like, nope. All right, we're doing it. Let's go.
Wow. And so not just your family, okay, but your hobbies. And you've also got some pets there. And among them, this one is my favorite here because I love watching these pictures and seeing Romo. He's the official, head off to school dog.
Yes, we call him our carpool co-pilot because that is his spot in the car. He does not want to sit in the back seat. He has a harness. He has all kinds of things to sit in the back. But he lives for carpool time. So he is the first to the door every morning when he knows it's time to go drop the kids off. And he will ride through the carpool line and greet everybody and just sit as my co-pilot in the passenger seat. And he's just an incredible dog. He's 70 pounds of just interesting. And if anybody is wondering where the name Romo came from, you can probably guess that my husband is a huge Dallas Cowboys fan.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So now anybody that asks where his name comes from, I say, well, we're a family that's really involved in sports casting.
Well, hey, and by the way, I was so glad to hear because I know you had a scare with Romo a little while back, and glad that everything is okay.
Oh yes, he got checked out, and he just had a couple lipomas, which he's an older dog, so getting some little fat deposits, which was the best news to get for Romo. So we're so happy that he's going to be around for as long as he possibly can.
And Steve Apicella, I think you're right. There are many parallels between training and bonding with horses. And Sarah, we see that bond in a lot of the things that you've got online that you post as well.
Yes, it really is just there's so many parallels between horseback riding and business, and it really humbles you. I think it's one of the best sports where you might think that you're going out there and you're going to have a fantastic day, but that horse is not in the mood or something else is going on, and it'll really challenge you. And then other days, sometimes you might be feeling yourself off, and the horse is the one that actually lifts you up and really, really makes you elevated, and you have a better ride than you ever anticipated.
Yeah. And I mentioned Mark Mickens from Lithia Mercedes-Benz a while back, but we've talked about you when he was on the show. And Kara, you remember that? We asked Mark. We said, "Do these horses know you, and do they know they're going to race that day?" He said, "You better believe they know. Yep. They know all those things."
Oh yes, it's amazing to see when they get their game face on. They relish the opportunity to really show just all the skills that they have.
And you recently came back from a trip with your family. I'm thinking it was during the spring break, maybe March or April, over at Disney. And you used what I was really pleased. You used a lot of the experiences that you encountered with Disney. And I think you did a cruise as well. And you shared that at the last Fix Ops Roundtable.
Yes, I did. It's really so amazing. I am just floored with Disney, with some of the experiences that you can have with their company. And honestly, I had never thought about going on a cruise before. We planned going on a cruise. Actually, I think you remember back before the Fixed Ops
Right.
Roundtable in 2020, it had
Yes.
already been in the works, and we wound up having to, of course, cancel it because it was scheduled for April of 2020. And when we finally got to go on it this past April, it was just such a cool experience getting to see and feel that level of customer service and just all of the little nuances that they had with some of their processes and all of the little attention to details that they had that just made the experience just you could feel the attention to detail every moment that you were there.
Yeah, and you made a great story out of that, and sharing how they knew before they anticipated your needs before they even came up. And Brooke Furness is on tonight, and Brooke, I'm a little jealous too. These outfits are pretty amazing. The ladies have on tonight, and Brooke, we're wondering what you're going to be wearing in September. So we know that's coming as well, and so we're excited about that. And by the way, our show tonight is sponsored exclusively by the great BG products. And we're so honored to have BG with us at all of these After Dark events. I spoke to them today, Kara, and they are gearing up for the next event. And they got some great speakers lined up and great commercials. It's sort of like the Super Bowl of commercials that we get a chance to see.
I know.
So BG's got some great ones on there.
I'm sure it'll be incredible. I can't wait to see him.
Yeah. So, and we are honored tonight also to announce that at the upcoming Roaring Twenties event, that Sarah Vantine is going to be a keynote speaker at the Fixed Ops Roundtable. So, congratulations again, Sarah, and well deserved. And we can't wait to experience that session. And you're speaking everywhere now. You were just out at the CX conference in California. You're going to be back at NADA as well in January. So congratulations to you on all the great things that are happening.
Thank you so much, Ted. And I am so excited to be one of the keynote speakers for this upcoming event. It's really, it's going to be 3 days of amazing back-to-back information. I cannot wait.
And a lot of fun too, right? So,
Yes.
we've really figured out how to brand a lot of the stuff. So now, by the way, for my edification, okay, tell me a little bit more about Quantum 5. What does Quantum 5 do? I know you're headed out on the road, not long after our live broadcast tonight. What do you folks do in the automotive industry?
Well, we are a technology company with an emphasis on growing and training your people in the dealership. We have programs for sales departments, for service, and for leadership, and of course, BDC. And really the difference that we bring is with the technology in the classroom, training oftentimes is an event, but we keep it alive with our community team and have that ongoing learning and sustainment with the technology where people can really play games and interact and connect with our community team to continue to grow their skills after they leave the classroom.
Wow. And I admired Dave O'Brien for putting and assembling a team that's got a whole lot of retail people on it. Yourself, David Foy, the Fixed Ops Mastermind is also big congratulations to David as well on the promotion that he received as well.
Yes, I'm so excited to be working with Dave. He is the newly promoted VP of Operations. And so that is so awesome. I love Dave. He has done a phenomenal job. We both have been now with Quantum for a year. And it's just been so exciting to see all of the new changes and growth that we're experiencing. And like you said, the travel has been a lot of fun to get to go around and really help dealerships.
Wow. And, you've really taken, I know Steve had a comment there, but Tony's got a comment there about BDC. You've really focused on the fact that the Business Development Center needs to be people first and people focused as opposed to just a call center. And there's a huge difference in those, is there not?
Oh, there's a huge difference. And that's been one of my passions is really oftentimes dealerships treat the BDC and even other departments in silos. And so the sales department is separate from service, which is separate from accounting. And the customer experience, they don't see that. They don't care about any of that. All they want is whatever their need is. If they want to buy a car, if they want to service their car, they want to do it in the most efficient way possible where they feel like the people that they're talking to value them. And so with the BDC program, one of the things that I saw over the course of my career in this industry has been a lack of empowerment oftentimes with the BDC agents and with them being able to help the customer through a variety of scenarios, including pricing or booking certain types of appointments. So we really have created kind of a Disney experience when it comes to all of the behind the scenes connections that happen with the BDC agent, where the customer never sees any of it. All they see is that wonderful experience where they can really, have a fluid time booking that appointment, and they feel totally taken care of from start to finish.
And Steve Appicelli, you're right. You can go to the actual Venice for a lot less, and I'm sure. Sarah, you'll agree with that, I'm sure.
Venice has been on my list for sure. I have always wanted to go to Italy. It has been a country and that I have just always wanted to go. And there's so many different cities that I want to visit there. But it's, the little ones at this age, they're all about some Mickey Mouse, and it's absolutely adorable to get to see the level of excitement that they really have in that experience.
Talk to us tonight about being a woman in retail. You were in retail at the dealership level. Was it 13, 14 years, Sarah?
Yes. Almost 14 years total in retail. And, it's interesting because I've seen from the time that I first got started in 2009, I think I've seen an evolution. And I would say that people that have been in the industry much longer than I have were seeing these changes, considerably before that. But it is interesting to see the difference between what I remember in 2009 and where we are today. And I feel like there are so many more opportunities where women have these great platforms like the Fixed Ops Roundtable that they can share their voices and share their experiences and share these best practices. And it's, at different times in my career, there's been pieces that have been challenging or frustrating, but I think that's in any business. And that doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. There's pieces that you have to just figure out personally how you can move past it, collaborate with the people that share your same vision, and move together to be better.
Yep.
And we're really fortunate tonight that you're here with Cara Delane. Cara's coming up on 3 years now in retail at Henson Brand Dealerships in Texas. Cara, reflect on that. 3 years now in retail, you wear a lot of hats collectively. You do a lot of things at the dealership. Talk to us about, what inspires you, and what do you think would inspire other women to, want to make the leap into retail? Because I see that Henson Brand is a leader in that as well.
Yeah. Well, first off, I want to commend Sarah. She's a great role model for someone like me in this industry. Not only for all of her success that she has had and making a name for herself, but to be such a wonderful mother, to be a wonderful wife, be able to, travel with your family and have that work-life balance is really hard to do in this industry. And I know I've only worked in this industry for 3 years now, but seeing people like you accomplish all realms of life is so amazing to me, and it's so encouraging to other women of all different ages, of all different backgrounds that might want to take the leap and try out the automotive industry. Today, for example, we took a photo. It was actually for a magazine, but we took a photo with our operating partner and GM with 35 women that work here. And that wasn't even all the women that work here. That's all the ones that we could round up today.
Oh, that's amazing.
This industry has been so good to me. I feel like it is such a success, hard work ethic type of industry. And it's so exciting to me to watch other women grow and be an advocate for this industry, because it has given me so much that I never even saw coming. And I actually was thinking the other day, I got in when the craziness started happening. I've only been in the automotive industry for 3 years, and I have this amazing outlook on it. And most people are like, the last 3 years have been so hectic. And I'm like, wow, what does it really look like? Because I've seen so much just in my last 3 years here. So I'm impressed. I love seeing how social media is taking off and how many people and how many lives that we can touch through platforms like this and networking. And I mean, we can't live without the automotive industry. And I think it's very undervalued and under-recognized a lot of times. And I think that's why we're on here today, is to bring some light and, you know, bring some positivity to such a wonderful industry that is open to anybody out there that wants to have a successful career and a lifestyle in this industry, because it is uncomparable to any other.
Oh, absolutely. And it's, you know, one of the things I recall too was in 2009, you know, the Dodge, when I first got into the dealership, it was in a bankruptcy. And it was before Chrysler and Jeep had merged into it. Really, they were kind of in that funky transitional period. So when I first came in, they had hired 14 other people that were coming in as part of this group. And my first sales meeting ever was really inspirational. I say that a little bit sarcastically, but the sales manager came in and said, all right, so all y'all are new. We're going to fire every single one of y'all except for 2. And we're going to weed y'all out over the next 30 days. And it was like, oh, great. So this is what I've walked into. But, and again, like to your point, Kara, it is such an amazing industry. And we do deserve to have that seat at the table. And you know what? Like, there's no reason why, even though at that time, did it become a little bit unnecessarily challenging at times? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think some of those barriers that we've removed in the last few years, where that kind of culture or that kind of mentality has been challenged by men and women, where that's not an acceptable way to go about hiring or recruiting or retaining top talent. And so we've really seen just such a, and again, I'll say people first, and that choice was, again, the platform that we named our BAC program. But really, at the end of the day, that's what you have to do. You have to keep people first in your business and your culture. All of it has to work together.
Amen. Yeah, I love it. And yeah, to Steve Aposella's point, it's people, it's customers. Scott Gregg, good evening out there at Tucson Subaru. And of course, Tim Wilson. I like that new title there, Kara DeLay, General Manager. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But Tim, why stop there? Why stop at General Manager, right?
Managing partner.
So, yeah, there's been a lot to experience in the last 3 years. And Sarah, I know you experienced a lot during the last turn down, a lot of things that, you know, we didn't have this time. And, you know, I think the next couple years, buckle up again, right? Because there's a lot coming in our industry. So, you know,
this is a great time to be engaged in the Fixed Ops Roundtable and in learning in general. I mean, this is the time that, before we get too complacent, this is the time to really evaluate what's important to your organization, empower your people, and improve their skills. So, and a great program like the Fixed Ops Roundtable is, of course, something that you absolutely have to plug into.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. And you're a big part of the roundtable. And I know when Steve Aposella was out at the CX conference, you and Ed Roberts and Tully, you know, he told me that there's none better, you know, than the 3 of you. So, you know, we appreciate what you have done for our industry as a whole and for women in automotive. So we're looking forward to having you back on the show to keynote. There's a lot of conversation, Kara, coming up. It's already started tonight. And remind us again, Kara, when is that show, the Roaring 20s?
Mark your calendars, everyone, for September 20th, 21st, and 22nd for the Fixed Ops Roundtable, the Roaring 20s. So grab your complimentary tickets now at fixedopsroundtable.com so you don't miss out on all the fun, including what Sarah has to offer.
And the tickets are complimentary, Sarah. When we were at that last Fixed Ops Roundtable in person, we were charging at that time, but we opened it up and made it all complimentary. And if you can't attend all 3 days, we don't expect you to attend parts of it. And you can also see the replay on YouTube right after that show. And Kara, our show tonight will be on YouTube as well.
It is. Yep. We were live tonight on Facebook, LinkedIn, and now YouTube, guys. So if you miss one of our shows on Monday or Wednesdays, subscribe now to our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to watch all of our shows on replay there. So you'll be able to catch them no matter what time zone you're in or what you're doing.
And if you want to catch Sarah's last event at the Fixed Ops Roundtable, talking about the Disney experience, it's on the YouTube channel right now, and it's all there, so you can all get to see and hear it. So, hey, Sarah, thank you so much.
Absolutely, Ted. It's been a pleasure being here tonight with you and Kara, and I can't wait to do this again.
Yeah, me too. And safe travels this week. And say hi to Dave and the other Dave as well. And, we look forward to following your skyrocketing career.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you, Kara.
We're looking forward to seeing you again here soon, Sarah, but thank you for being on our show tonight. And I obviously can tell you have a big fan base because they're all over the comments tonight.
Well, thank you, everyone that listened in tonight. I'm so glad that y'all tuned in, and looking forward to connecting with some of y'all later.
Amazing. On behalf of Ted Ings and Sarah Vantine, I'm Kara Delane. Thanks for watching. We will see you on Monday at 8 p.m.